Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today our group are going to present about pragmatic theory. The team presentation of our group are Adela Aprilia, Lismawati, Maulidia, Rezqita, Rahmah, and Rahmita Azizah. The movie we are going to analyze is called Three Idiots. First of all, I will explain about the plot of this movie. The story of Three Idiots begins with two friends looking for a long-lost companion. They recall about their college days and remember the people who inspired them to think differently, even when the rest of the world labeled them idiots. They were students at Imperial College of Engineering, one of the best colleges in India. Farhan aspires to be a wildlife photographer, but has enrolled in engineering college to fulfill his father's wish. Raju, on the other hand, wants to uplift his family fortunes. Raju is a wealthy genius who studies for the sheer joy of it. However, his passion is for knowledge and taking part in building machines rather than the conventional obsession of the other students with exam ranks. The three fast become friends. On their campus, competition is a natural thing. Rector Firu gave an example of the student through the bird falling another edge on the nest as a representation of the competition. However, Raju and Farhan took another path. One of them was when Raju tested the education system on his campus, which was old and made soon over become selfish. Raju is indeed a unique student and often goes against the existing system. He did not agree and seemed to oppose the teaching pattern that had been implemented at their campus. It's not surprising that several students committed suicide several times, one of which was named Joy Lobo, who died by hanging himself. At the end of the story, the three idiots become successful people with their own careers by following their heart. Ranju is a world-class researcher with hundreds of patents and finally has a special role in Seputia, the woman he loves. Farhan becomes a natural photographer whose work was spread all over the world, and Raju becomes a successful company worker as well as a well-known writer. And the next will be explained by my friends.
Right now, my name is Adela Aprilia. I will explain about life lessons from Three Idiots movie. So the first sense that we took from the movie is when Ranju and Farhan having their conversation and they are talking about passion. So this is the life lessons that we can take from these scenes. That follow your dream, don't study something that you know you are bad at, and follow your passion. So, as in the movie, it has been beautifully portrayed that one should follow his passion and do whatever makes them happy, because that is the only thing in life that will give you inner satisfaction and peace. Following your passion and dreams and turning them into reality has never been easy. It requires a lot of courage and self-confidence to tell others that what you want to do something else and not what they expected you to do. But you have to take that one step in your life which will lead you to the path of your dream. And then the next sense that we took from the movie is when Ranju told Raju that jangan mengejar kesuksesan, kesempurnaan. Kejarlah kesempurnaan, maka kesuksesan akan mendatangimu. So this is that we can take from this sense that never study to be successful, study for self-efficiency, don't run behind success, run behind something called excellence. Eventually, success will come running behind you. So it means that success is just a term given when someone turns their goals and dreams into reality. Mastering something is difficult, but with hard work and willpower, it makes the way easier. Choose any field that interests you. Do not worry about what others say about it. Master the field in such a way that when someone asks you minute details about it, you should be giving them a clear picture. That is called excellence. Once you excel, success will follow. The next life lessons will be delivered by my friend.
My name is Lismawati and I will explain about the message number 3. So the movie shows how grading system and examination system are still flawed because of the contrast comparison. And we can see it in this scene. So the movie tried to express how examination is never able to check the true potential of a student. It is often that the result of examination hurt the students at school or campus, make direct comparisons of fellow students' results, and display it on the announcement board. This is especially important and may influence the growing stage of students when they have their own speed of learning different subjects. Weighing all of them on the same scale is not a good method at all, and it can discourage them. Teachers should always appreciate their efforts and guide them to improve upon their weaknesses. Rancho also questioned the grading system at the campus. He said that the difference of students who get A or B or C score is treated like a master as they sit in the front during photo shoot, and students who get low score sit at the back. This system may create tension between students and influence their self-esteem. And the message number 4 is people can learn about new knowledge every time because learning is everywhere, anywhere, and from anyone. Learning doesn't always require money. People just need to grab the opportunity and grow with it. Learning and studying about something new is not just about being inside a classroom and listening to teachers, but it can also be done everywhere. It has been proven by Rancho, and it becomes his goal of learning. Rancho always tried to learn everywhere. He also recommends his friends to do the same way. People just need to be focused, and the entire world will teach us everything without being realized. We cannot ignore the importance of students attending classes, but learning outdoors and in communities helps students to collaborate, make connections, and integrate knowledge into real-world application. In this scene, where Millimeter expressed his wish to study but cannot afford it because of his poverty, Rancho told him that learning did not require money, but his willpower to move on and learn somewhere else. Rancho further told Millimeter to wear a uniform, go to school, and study. If the teacher catch him, just change his uniform and change school. When the city school ends, then ride a train and start in other schools in other cities.
Okay, I will continue the presentation. So my name is Maulidia Rezqita Rahmah. I'll continue to explain some moral values that we got from the movie of Three Idiots. So the next moral value that we got from Three Idiots movie is learning is not memorizing the exact words from the book. Learning is understanding it and being able to explain it in your own words. So it means that in teaching learning activity, the most important is that the students must understanding the materials, the learning, or even context, and that being taught and be able to explain it in their own words, rather than memorizing the exact words from the book without understanding what context it is. When I was in junior high school, there were many times that the materials we should memorizing it without understanding what context it is. Then it makes sense if I won't remember the materials after I graduated. On the contrary, if I was understanding the materials well and be able to explain it in my own words, then maybe until now I will be able to remember the materials even if it has been past 5 years already since I graduated from junior high school. So as you can see at this scene, when Ranchu and friends first class in Imperial College of Engineering, Ranchu felt excited at his first class, but then the lecturer found out that he kept smiling because he couldn't hide his feelings. Then the lecturer asked him, "What is the definition of machine?" But then Ranchu answered it well without saying exactly what's written in the book. He said the definition with his own words, but then the lecturer kind of a little bit angry since he didn't got the answer he wanted from Ranchu. Actually, the answer that he wanted is that the definition that written in the book. But then Ranchu said that at least he understood the meaning of the machine. Then what's the point if he only copy paste from the book without understanding its meaning? Then next, the last moral value that we got from Three Idiots movie is don't be arrogant and stay humble, because it could be that the people we look down on are actually better than us. So I quoted a tweet from Mufti Menk. He is one of the most influenced Muslim in the world. So he said that always have your feet firmly planted on the ground and stay humble. Don't look down on others, no matter how less well off they appear. Remember, the one you look down on today might be the person you have to look up to tomorrow. Such is life. It means that even though the one who we look down on is look like nothing today, but maybe 5 years later or 7 years later or more, the one who we look down on will become our boss or even CEO. But in this movie, as you can see at this scene, the one who Chatur was looking for desperately, the great scientist Phuntsuk Wadul, is actually Ranchu Chanchart, who is actually always looked down on by Chatur when they're in college. Okay, so that's all from us. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.